we're here for the bracket.
I mean, a lot of players are here for the bracket.
Oh.
Hey, we got a mirror matchup.
Mirror match. Man, talk about like a blast from the past, it feels like.
Yeah, and this is one that's a really difficult mirror matchup to play. But what are you talking about, the blast from the past, for maybe those that have only been tuning in for this season?
Yeah, I mean, like, so, and I think it's just kind of Modern in general. Like, we're seeing, Modern has been so open this past couple months, I would say.
Yeah.
You know, we've had a very strict particular metagame, and with like the incoming of Dredge and Infect kind of playing a larger role, Affinity's kind of taken a back seat. It's just not as quick.
Yeah.
As Dredge or Affinity, and I've watched and played against Dredge, and it's not fun. It's not a fun matchup for anyone involved.
No.
You can just kind of sit there and go, all right, is it? Oh no, I don't get to go with Nate. Oh, you're gonna draw one.
Oh, okay.
Oh, now you got like 6 dudes. Okay, cool. All right, game 2. Yeah, that's just fine.
No wrath. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Perfect. Yeah. Let's go to game 2. So I mean, basically, it's just kind of like Affinity's taken a back seat. There are still like TJ, hardcore Affinity player, always playing it.
Yeah.
But even this season, he's played a couple different decks.
Played Dredge.
He played Dredge.
Played Just Guy Control.
He did.
Played Infect.
Yeah. Yo. A Campy Lakis. Nice.
Thank you for the follow.
Thank you so much for the follow, dude. Appreciate that.
So, mirror matchups are really difficult for Affinity players. Like, some matchups are like mirror matchup aren't as bad, I feel, but like this one, there's so much math that you have to do, and there's times where your board states get so clogged up where you're just like, I'm just trying to get that one little advantage out and build up and build up and build up until now I've got like 150 power on the board.
Sure.
And like that's kind of how Affinity can get in the mirrors. But what we're gonna see,
TJ went to 6. Tim
TJ
kept 7.
Yeah, he is the more experienced Affinity player between the two of them. Does attend quite a few larger events with it. So wow, all right.
Fair.
3. Are we gonna see 4 on camera?
Mox Opal. 4.
Bingo.
Pass. Bingo.
Don't forget, we got that bingo going. Oh.
I need to see some completed bingo boards.
Galv Blast. Cranial Plating. Pass.
Inkmoth Nexus. Here is
Steel Overseer.
Steel Overseer.
Volt Scourge.
Nice. Tim's going to go to 18. Hey man, if you could get those flyers out of the way, I'd really appreciate it.
Yeah.
I've got this hat I need to put on my boat.
Which Ornithopter do you like better here?
Truthfully, I'm a fan of TJ's Ornithopters.
Okay, you like the flying boats.
I do like the boats. I think they're fun times.
Mm-hmm. They seem much more of like an O2 to me.
Yeah.
Compared to like the kite
it's a
dragon looking one.
Right. Kites break easily, especially in the winds.
Looks more like an O1.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he says, I'll equip on to here and go to combat.
Whoa. No blocks. No blocks.
No, I think that's fine. With 2 toughness, anything that jumps in the way is just going to die. So at least wait. You can pump up with Steel Overseer, gain some of that life back. Vault Scourge. Well, Steel Overseer will pump everything up.
Oh, I see what you're leading.
Yeah, I was skipping
you.
some lines there, but yes.
Yep.
Steel Overseer buffs everybody. Vault Scourge is the one with lifelink.
You got it.
And he says, yeah, I'll get another Vault Scourge out by paying some more life, because life is just a resource. Activate. Move to combat. Pump. Oh, I didn't put the poison thing up yet, but that's okay. 2, 3 damage. Gaining 2. And gets 2 poison on him. Let's see. Poison. Put it over here.
Yo, Dionysus, Furnace Dragon. 6 colorless, red.
Did he just scoop? Did TJ just scoop there? I was busy getting the poison ready, and then next thing I know, they're shuffling up. I'm going to say TJ scoop.
I believe so. And the thing about TJ is he's played so many matches of Affinity. Whether it's the mirror match, if it's other matchups, and it's like in his hands, his body, that he knows when things are either going well for him or if they're not going well. Mm-hmm. So he'll just scoop it up if he knows it's just not going to happen.
Yeah. So, sideboard time, eh?
Yep.
We've got a lot of 1-ofs on TJ's side, and
sure. Less 1-ofs on
Less 1-ofs on Tim. So whose would you like to read off?
You know what? I'll read TJ. So go ahead and give us Tim's.
All right. So Tim's got 1 Ray of Revelation, 1 Ether Grid, 1 Grafdigger's Cage, 1 Relic of Progenitus, 2 Spellskite, 2 Whip Flares, 1 Wear and Tear, 2 Ancient Grudge, 2 Spell Pierce, and 2 Edge Champions. And you see like just a huge pile of cards that's basically like, hey, here's all of my cards that can destroy artifacts that I'm going to try to bring in against you. I even like the Spellskites coming in because you can be able to mess with the Arcbound Ravager.
Mm.
So you can mess with that a little bit. The Aether Grid could be something to bring in as well here, especially when it gets gummed up and both of you guys are like, psh, all the creatures, and you're like, well, okay, I'm just going to tap stuff and deal damage to you on your end step because you can't attack into me, and I can't attack into you. So I like that coming in as well here. But I mean, a lot of the like Wear and Tear, Ancient Grudges are going to be coming in here. Is Ray of Revelation only enchantments?
I think it's artifact and enchantment.
Okay. If that is the case, then I would bring that in too.
Oh, it's just enchantment. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay then. No, I don't think you need it then.
Yeah. And on TJ's side, 1 Blood Moon, 1 Edge Champion, 1 Worship, 1 Gear per Aether Grid, 1 Aethersworn Canonist, 1 Chalice of the Void, 1 Relic of Progenitus, 1 Ray of Revelation, 1 Whip Flare, 2 Ancient Grudge, 1 Dismember, 1 Spellskite, 1 Pithing Needle, and 1 Grafdigger's Cage.
1.
2 Ancient Grudge, Whip Flare, and...
Well, you don't want the Whip Flare because that's non-artifacts.
Oh, is it non-artifacts?
Yeah. All non-artifacts will take 2 damage. So... But, like, the Ancient Grudges for sure. Dismember. I even like the Pithing Needle here. Worship. If you... What is it? If you have a creature, you can't... More creatures than your opponent, you can't... Let me just pull it up. We have a card bot. I don't know why I'm trying to remember. If you control a creature, damage that would reduce your life total to less than 1 reduces you to 1 instead. So I like that too, coming in.
That seems
and
fine.
And the grid.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's another reason to bring it in.
And boom, we're off to the races. Vault Scourge, 18.
Another 3-card opener for TJ. Looks like a 2-card opener here for Tim.
Blink Moth Nexus. Here is my Springleaf Drum. At least 5.
Yeah, there's quite a few.
2 and 1 poison. I'm sorry, 1 and 1.
I think a couple of them happened like right as Jamie was sitting down and like bumping into the table and distracting you. Hey, the squirrel! Just kidding, it's a poison squirrel.
So, did he gain one? He had to have gained one, right? Vault Scourge attacked?
Yeah, unless he missed the lifelink trigger. Guess he did. $87.
It's just happening so fast.
I know, like. Ooh. Master of Ethereum. And I will swing in for 4. And he'll gain 2. Alright, players are doing the battle in the sky. Oh, nice guy TJ saying, hey, don't forget you gain a life off of your land.
Man, this is like lightning fast.
I mean, it seems like Tim is stuck in a spot here where he is debating on how he wants to play things out. Like, he does have the lands that he needs to play some of his stuff, but it's like, do I get an extra creature here for the Steel Overseer? Do I get the Cranial out now so I can get extra damage in? Like, am I going for the raise? Where am I going to be taking this match now? And with TJ pretty much tapped down here, like, he can go for the extra damage, but he has to be careful because there's a lot cracking back his way. Because we can see Master of Ethereum is a 5/5 right now.
Chooses not to attack.
Yeah, I think...
I guess he's maybe worried about maybe a chalice?
I think you should still equip onto the Vault Scourge here.
It costs 2 black though, right?
To attach it. To equip it's only 1.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, instant attaching it onto something, it costs 2 black.
Cranial plating. Equips.
Yeah, I think this is the best play here. Because this is going to force Tim to have to throw something in the way. So now his master's at 6 instead of 5. And he'll get +6. So he's swinging for 14 right now.
One short.
But he can use his mana to make one of his guys into an artifact creature.
For one more.
For one more. So if no blocks, and there's no Gal Blast, Tim dies. But he has to be careful if he goes like super all in. Like that. Block like so. Pump up the Steel Overseer. And gain 2 off of it. So he'll gain 2, lose 2, stay at 15. And whew. This is not looking good for Tim for game 2.
Blink Moth Nexus for Tim. Taps the Citadel.
Signal pass. There's a red card in his hand, it looked like, so maybe he's got a Gal Blast. But at this point, like, that Master of Ethereum is getting real big, and he's out of Gal Blast range.
Right.
And again, Tim can't push in here. He's got to just kind of sit back. So, allowing TJ to be in control of this match. Another cranial plating. Oh, man.
2 cranial platings.
Equipped to here.
Sure.
Hey, this is 7/7 right now. Move to combat. Now you can Gal Blast the Vault Scourge for sure. Clear blockers like so. Pump. So basically saying we'll trade off your Vault Scourge will die. Because he'll still have only 2 toughness.
And Gal Blast.
Death.
And then pass back. Tim will untap, go to 16. TJ maintaining port state.
Yeah, Signal Pass does not have reach or flying. He basically has the ability to attack and only be blocked by creatures with reach or flying. Does not technically have flying, but still able to hang out on the ground and it's not a legal block. Master of Ethereum is not flying. Right? You blocked with Master of Ethereum?
Yeah, it's Master.
Yeah. I know it's hard too with TJ's all foil deck that some of the stuff, like all the robots start blending together in the way they look. He says, no, you do not have him be that big right now. Even though you're about to play another artifact, and you can have that back in a second. Oh, now he's just going to make this guy like so.
It is an artifact.
There is an artifact there. Equip cranial platings onto it and kill him? No. Oh, Spellskite.
Here's another artifact.
Gal blast it. Alright.
Lose one artifact. I think links are open in here, right?
Yes, they're open right now, I believe. You can try. If not, then we'll figure it out.
You should be good. Crash.
Swinging for 7. Jump in the way.
Pump. Tim playing on the back foot at each turn.
Yeah, this game is very different from game 1.
2.
And why wouldn't TJ play Spellskite before activating Inkmoth? I don't know. Maybe just kind of thought he would be safe and didn't have him be on Gallop Blast in his hand. I don't know. I could not speak for him and why he decided to go for that. Now, there's a Vault Scourge here. Activate. Another drum comes down, which of course just making the Master of Ethereum bigger here. Moving to combat, Master of Ethereum, and the Blink Moth coming out. Basically trying to say, hey, we can trade our Vault Scourge for our Blink Moth here. That's fine. I've got this Master coming in, so whatever you block with is going to die. Biscuit's making a good point, though. A lot of loose play on camera tonight. Maybe it's the players becoming complacent with like, oh, I'm already in the top 8 kind of thing. I don't have to play as tight as maybe I normally do. It could also be like, oh, it's been a really long day at work and I'm not playing to my full potential here. Some lifelink going on. Chopping down to 10. I mean, sooner or later that Steel Overseer is going to be really big.
Signal Pest We'll get that life from the Inventor's Fair.
Mm-hmm.
Caravan.
Give them each a warning for loosey-goosey play. Activating. Equipping. Equipping. Basically saying you have no flyers unless you have another Gal Blast.
Sorry, sir. You're too loose for these tables.
Something a casino would reward you for. And that'll tie things up. Affinity versus Affinity, two very different games. Like, that was a little bit more of seeing how things can get gummed up with the amount of creatures that start to get out before Tim was just like throwing guys in the way. Get out of my way! Don't kill me! So let's like take a look here at our sideboards one more time, and we'll talk about what they're bringing in. So who would you like to read here?
Let's see. TJ decides to bring in the 2 Ancient Grudge, the 1 gear per Aether Grid, 1 Worship, and 1 Dismember.
Cool.
And he's gonna strip out those 3 Signal Pest and 2 Etch Champion.
Yeah, Etch Champion's not where he needs to be. Like, that does not give you protection from artifacts. Sorry.
Yeah.
On Tim's side, he's running a little bit of a different version than TJ is currently. But so he's stripping out 2 Thoughtcasts, 2 Etch Champions, 2 Galvblast, and 1 Memnite for 2 Spellskites, 1 Wear and Tear, 2 Ancient Grudge, 1 Ray of Revelation, and 1 Aether Grid here. So bringing in the Ray to deal with Aether Grid and deal with Worship. Which,
sure.
You know, if you
Smart.
know that your opponent is running Worship right now, and, you know, these players have discussed and talked sideboards and just, you know, had deck techs and did all that stuff, so they know a little bit about what players could potentially bring in here or have an idea. So I think that's smart. Didn't really get to see too much of his sideboard stuff. Neither player really did that game. I believe TJ had a Worship in his hand for that game, but just didn't need it.
I think deciding to hold back on playing the Worship when you're already so far ahead and just kind of letting it be, does he have it? Does he not have it? You know, did he bring it in? These are all questions on Tim's side. Looks like a Galvblast, cranial plating. Tim's gonna keep, but TJ gonna go to 6.
He also went to 6 game 1 and ended up losing.
True.
He's also on the draw, so I think, you know, might be more willing to go, you know what, I'll shave down, that's fine.
Keeps 6, scries, keeps it on top. Says, let's go.
Tim's going to go to 18, drop down 4 cards. Bingo! In case you missed it earlier. Vault Scourge is going to come down with that Ornithopter, an Island, and Mox Opal. Because he is running Thoughtcast and running that kind of that style, he can afford to run that in his main board here.
3, pass, and boom, Galvblast.
Get rid of your creature.
Nice. Arcbound Ravager combat. Get in there for
Bing,
one.
bing.
Tim with 2 cranial platings in hand. Memnite. Darksteel Citadel. Here's a cranial plating.
Could be that TJ really kept, like, we see a Galblast and a Cranial in hand. Could it be that he only had one creature?
Galblast.
The Arcbound now. I think that's smart before things get too out of hand.
Sure.
I mean, he'll be taking 2 this turn, but...
Plays another Ornithopter. Here's 1 cranial plating. Blink Moth Nexus.
Alright. Still no creature, but we could see him activate his Blink Moth here.
Yep. Scourge gonna get 1 of the hats. Plays another Scourge.
6 additional, so he'll swing for 8. Whew. There's an Arcbound, it looks like, in hand. But he has to be worried about that Volt Scourge here.
So Arcbound Ravager coming down.
Hey Nan, what do you think about those basic lands? Actually, that was from one of those artifact sets. I actually like those islands for this kind of deck compared to like some of those like bigger full art islands. I don't think they fit as much with Affinity as like something like that.
Oh yeah.
So that's my thoughts on that.
And plays another. Oh, plays that second cranial plating. Activate.
That's original Mirrodin land, I believe. Classy. Yeah, so I like the Mirrodin lands for Affinity. I think they fit nicely. I don't know, like those, what's that one? Unglued for what these ones? I don't feel like those are the right kind for Affinity. Like one of those islands just doesn't seem like it fits.
You're now applying flavor to your lands?
Yes. Do you mean you don't when you were sitting here building your deck and you're like, man, what would be awesome in this deck? What kind of lands? Maybe I just put too much time into my lands.
As often as we switch decks, no.
No, I don't.
No, I don't. If I did that, I'd never be able to play. Arcbound Ravager.
Jump in the way. Fast turn. Second Cranial equip. Move to combat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage for game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 off one Volt Scourge, and there's 10 on the other Volt Scourge coming across. See, we got a whole land discussion going in chat right now.
I bet you're proud of yourself.
I am, actually.
I wouldn't be. Biscuit was the one that brought it up.
That's true, but now there's a great discussion going about, like, full art lands aren't for every deck. You know, the Shadowmoor has some sweet art in it. You know, white border lands, great lands.
Whatever you have to tell yourself, dude.
I don't think TJ can win here. And, okay. I don't think TJ can survive this attack here. And again, I don't know what is in his hand. You know, he could have a Gal Blast here. Block the other one, Gal Blast the other one so he can live.
That seems to be one of his only plays, right?
Yeah. Like, block here. Yep, that's it.
All right. Nice. Nailed it.
Got him.
Another round in the books.
And since we're only doing 4...
We're halfway.
We're halfway, guys.
Man, it's like I read your mind.
You know.
Holy
same
moly.
wavelength. So, normally what we do every halfway point of Modern Magic Mondays, which usually it's 5 rounds, so we ended after round 3.
Mm-hmm.
But tonight, we only have 4 rounds because it's the 10th and final week to determine who makes the top 8. We'll have the bracket and all that stuff for you guys later tonight. But halfway point means thank yous to you guys watching at home. All you awesome viewers, whether you're watching us live or watching from the VODs, because we do post up the VODs up on YouTube, which we appreciate you guys subscribing over there, because once we get to 100 subscribers on YouTube, we do get the URL that we want.
The alias, too.
To officially...
YouTube.com/Modern Magic Monday. So if you guys haven't had a chance yet, hop over, check out our videos, hit the subscribe button.
And if you haven't followed over here as well, because we were over on twitch.tv/realnameman, and then for season 3 we migrated over to this one because we're trying to make everything all one nice uniform.
Absolutely.
YouTube, Twitch, Twitters, all that kind of good stuff. Of course, if you like our casting and like the stuff that we've got, I'm the Real Nan Man, Farmers R&R. We do our own streaming and stuff like that out in the universe.
We do.
Brett's like top tier speedrunner now.
No, I'm not top tier. But I am 19th in the world.
19th in the world seems
on
pretty.
my category.
You see,
there's so many categories though.
Okay,
we
but
could get
how
really
many
granular.
yeah, it's like how many people in the world are playing this game?
Currently there are 37 on this leaderboard.
Okay,
and I'm
you're
19th. Yeah, but let's get back to it at hand. You guys, you. Thank you so much for all the support you throw our way. It really does mean the world to us. We cannot do this without you. We can sit here and talk to a camera. Yo, Flash Flare.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, dude. Appreciate that follow. Glad you're enjoying the stream, hopefully. And we kind of put this together on a whim. We talked about it for years.
Yep.
Years like 2, but, that's multiple.
There's 2 of them there.
There's 2 of them there.
We're coming up on our year anniversary in February for the stream. So.
We are. We've got some pretty sick ideas coming your way for that. Going all the way back to the beginning. To what it used to look like, what it looks like now. I mean, it's a transformation. We're like butterflies. But we have some people to thank, as we always do. To our patron donors, we've got Trip at Comic Kung Fu, who owns the shop, allows us to come in and record these matches every Tuesday night. Thank you so much, dude. To Dionysus Bacchus, Christopher Bennett, Eminem. He goes by so many names, but he does so many jobs. He sits there, he table judges for us, he gets sideboards for us, he fills in if one of us is away. All around great dude. Thank you so much. Not only for all the work you do, but also throwing that cash our way to keep things going. Yes. And then we also have Matthew Manson, not at a high enough level to be able to, throw up a little kind of like space like Comic Kung Fu and Cork Street Tavern.
Not personal sponsorship here, but at least high enough so he does get thanked on stream.
So thank you again, Matt, for that.
We also announced too that if you are banking at the Patreon, you do get stuff a little bit earlier. Like the
bracket.
The bracket actually was released for our backers last night. So they got it a little bit earlier. But, just trying to help you guys out for those that are supporting us that way.
Yeah.
But we've had some other people that have helped get us some awesome gear that we've gotten, like new camera, play mat that we get to use, the dice, we have stickers that we do giveaways for, all that kind of good stuff. They're hidden over there. Chris can show one. We'll do a giveaway tonight as well for all you guys watching in chat here. But some of those, of course, lovely viewers sitting at home that have helped us out. Drewski Brew, number 1. We've also got Atticus, the mystery donor, not here tonight, so we can't show you. So maybe he's down there rummaging around for some money. Tatradamus, Dionysus Bacchus, Lila Goyev, Nate Hop 34, Burgleton, Stormdust 07, Badger 934, Strong Smash, and Weeaboo Wet Dream. Awesome people. So thank you guys so much for your support here. Did I miss anything else?
No, I don't think so. I think we're really just looking for a bracket. So it's kind of like you all need to quit talking. Let's get to the games. Let's see what's going on.
Let's check out our point totals.
Let's see what we got
before we go into round number 3.
Boom.
Okay, so Ben getting some points here. Chris, Tim, and Lyle, all those that are like really hoping to get those wins in, moving themselves in. Tim was at 55, I think. So he got 6. So he is officially 8th place right now. So Jamie has to win the rest, and Tim has to lose the rest, I think, for him to have a chance. Because he's only won 1 right now. Julia, sadly, hasn't gotten any wins tonight.
Not tonight.
That could adjust her position.
It could.
In the top 8, actually.
It
could. Josh is not playing tonight either.
Josh is not playing tonight.
So that's another factor.
Yeah. So things are shifting a little bit on this last week.
Yeah.
Ben and Lyle able to kind of put up some big points on their last week to kind of just really solidify hopefully where they are. Or Lyle hoping to hold that number 1 spot.
Yeah, so let's actually slide over to round 3 and see who we've got on camera.
Sure.